Hello and welcome to Clay to Canopy, the show where I attempt to make just about everything from the ground up. And welcome to summer week 4 of the Don't Wake the Dragon build series. Spent a little bit of time off camera putting some fiberglass on the big frame because I just was not happy with the stability of it. I then went ahead and started fiberglassing the holder frame. I don't know what to call them. I guess the large frame and the smaller hold each panel in frame, the panel frames, I guess, right? I put a layer of fiberglass on the outside part that's going to be up against the part you'll see. I haven't finished completely taking off the fiberglass on the remaining pieces. It was about 4 o'clock by the time I ended dealing with all of that. I quit for the day. At some point, I'm hoping the rest of the white dye will come so I can go ahead and do the dye for the pieces for the back end and the shoulder. But until then, I still have resolving on the frame that I want to take care of. So I'm going to spend some time cleaning up these bits of the frame, and then I'll probably set these aside so that I can put some mica for the big frame, because the big frame is a little more important than the little ones right now. These little ones will get attached kind of afterwards, but I need that to get into the dragon. Hopefully at some point I will get some sunshine, so that will help my drying process. What I've been doing is just been putting it in here, getting the stuff on it, and then moving it out to the sun, because I don't want to really apply the epoxy in the direct sunlight if I don't have to. It seizes on me pretty quickly, and then I end up with a mess. Anyhow, I am going to put a little bit, I think, of some darker mica powder, just a little bit of a shimmer. I have that kit still, and there's some like gray and black micas in here that should, give me that darker color, but have a little bit of a shimmer so that it's just not so flat. I'm gonna do that for that one, and I think for these I will probably use the same green mica that I've been putting on the rest of the dragon just to get some of that shimmer on the inside. I don't know, or maybe I'll go silver, we'll see. I'm gonna allow myself some creative freedom. That's the plan for today. I'm going to put my book on. I am listening to the Beautiful Creatures series at the moment. I am in the second book, Beautiful Darkness, close to the end. I'm gonna have to get a new book probably before the end of today. Yesterday I started sanding the frames, the plain frames. Aside from the blemishes that I was not happy about, I thought it was a little too flat. Even though I did put in that mica and it has a bit of a shimmer, it just kind of wasn't enough for me. So I ran to my girlfriend's and I picked up this silvery mesh. Then I started applying the mesh and I'm really happy with the way this turned out. But I did notice what helped me while I was trying to get the mesh to cure was using my fabric pins, my fabric push pins, stainless steel, so that you can actually use them when you're dyeing fabric and they don't get messed up. Tacking it down to this surface allowed me to get the tautness I needed, so I didn't get as much wrinkling and I could get a nice good surface. I was only able to do half because I only had enough tacks to do half and space to spread them out. So I'm going to do the other half today, and then I will be ready to go with sanding up the back sides of these and getting them installed onto the frame. It is the end of the week and I'm just about to close out this vlog. I got one more, a little bit of a work day for you. I'm not feeling 100% today, so I'm gonna just go through what it takes to clean up these frames and then I'm gonna call it for this vlog. It did take me an extra day, so it took about 3 days to go through and get all of the mesh onto these pieces. They are now finally fully cured and I'm gonna just go ahead and clean them up to where I get it to a fine sand, which is looking more like this. This still needs to have the step of me sanding out the back, and then I can go ahead and apply the rubber, but none of that's gonna happen today. Today I am going to just go through quickly what it's gonna take to clean these guys, and then I'm probably gonna call it because as I said, I'm not feeling too well. Thankfully, this mesh is soft enough that I can just take my fabric scissors, the cheap ones that I bought to donate to the whole fiberglassing process. Cutting through bits of resin is, even though it's dulling my scissors, I'm not too worried about it because these were throwaway scissors that I knew would be covered in resin by the time I was done with this whole thing. I do a basic cut around just to get as much as I can off around the edges, like so. Then I've been taking this over to my sander. Nice. And then a little bit of hand sanding. Back to cut out the middle. At this point, if I have any major drippage, I will use either my wire cutters to chip off any big parts of the resin or my knife. The knife also works for me to do shaving bits that if there's anything I can kind of come in and shave the high points before sanding. Just looking for high points that would take forever to sand. that I can just quickly chip off with either the knife or the wire cutters. And then I gotta finish it off with hand sanding. I'm feeling too lazy to bust out the lathe with the orbital spindle, the spindle sander. And it's done. Well, at least done at this stage. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna call this vlog here. This is the end of week 4 of the summer Don't Wake the Dragon series. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Stick around to watch this project all unfold. And remember, don't wake the dragon.